I should probably be making an intro by now, but we haven't done that yet. But welcome to the Music Matters More podcast. We have my lovely co-host Bishop here.
What's happening?
How's it going? And then we have our special guest, Miles the RoadRunner.
What's going on, bro? Hell yeah, pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you, brother.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Man, so what's been going on lately? How's your music been going?
Shit, man, pretty much I spent a whole year, all year, it's a new year now, you know what I'm saying? But all last year, I spent putting down the foundation of what I really got going on and what's to come next, you feel me? Because I was making about 3-4 songs every month, putting that out. I put it out an album, a mixtape, uh, drop music videos on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Put myself on all platforms, put myself in a position where I could receive revenue from my music and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much as far as the music has gone, in the past year, this recent past, I just been really getting to work and laying down that foundation that I need so I could keep going forward, you feel me?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
What distribution service do you use to get your music out?
Right now I'm using DistroKid.
Okay.
I went with DistroKid. It just seemed easy and I went with that one.
That sounds really common.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good way to get your music out on all platforms, easy as it is. And, you know, it's just the back end on a lot of things where people need to learn how to get their DSPs and their licensing and all this other stuff, because there is a pretty big chunk that gets taken out of whatever on multiple different sites.
Got you.
But, you know, you were here. You've recorded a couple songs
I've
here,
recorded
haven't
a couple
you?
songs with
Let's
you,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Of course. And those were good. Those are actually out on all streaming platforms for sure.
Okay, awesome. Where do you get your beats from?
Right now, I'm getting all my beats off of just people that I've selected off of YouTube, just other inspiring like beat makers, you know, that have their channels going on that are consistent. I've gone with about 3 to 4 different channels that I really like, subscribe to those, and they just usually give me all the beats that I want.
Perfect.
A lot of SoCal type beats, LA type beats, San Diego type beats. I'll even do some NorCal type beats, just anything California.
Just
that's
Cali
really-
beats in
yeah,
general.
Cali beats.
Okay.
That's what I like jumping
Showing
on.
love.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
awesome. How many songs do you think you've made thus far? Overall.
Songs that have been released or just songs?
Just in general.
Okay, so probably definitely over 300 songs. Over 300 songs for sure.
And how long have you been making music for?
Making music, going to the recording studio for the past 3 to 4 years. About
That's
4
awesome.
years actually recording in the studio.
Yeah.
So over that span of time, about
How old are you,
for
bro?
sure 300. I'm 23 years old.
Young boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm out here.
What made you like? So you've been rapping since 19. What made you want to like?
I've been rapping since before 19 though. That's the
okay.
thing. I've been always like, I've always had a notebook. Even in recent stuff on my Instagram and everything, you'll see me with the composition book. I really like to write with the pen. I'll still fill up my notes for sure, but I really like to write with a pen. So throughout high school and whatnot, you know, I spent no time doing what I was supposed to do. No taking notes and shit. It was writing bars.
I feel you.
It was writing bars for real.
Can you freestyle too?
I can freestyle. And I've got a lot of shit saved up in my head just from all the, you know, different verses that I made, so I can spit something off the top that, you know, I've already had stored up, but I can
No doubt.
freestyle too. I like to freestyle. I wouldn't say it's my strongest suit, but I can show. I usually show up to the studio with my verse written,
Yeah.
already written out. You know that about me.
That was another, you know, Miles, I've gotten a lot of clients since you've been gone, and like, you know, I've seen the worst of it And that was another thing. There's this other artist that I've been recording. His name's Muzzy47. His name's real name Steven, but he is like just like you. He reminds me a lot like you. He has his beats chosen, he has the songs written, and he comes in, he just lays it down, and then that's it. Boom, we're on to the
Yeah, that's how it's
next. Like
supposed to be.
that exactly. That is
Because
how
you
it's
don't want to
supposed to
waste
be.
no one's time. You don't want to waste your own time, and you don't want to waste the people's time around you. You try to come and get to work, handle business.
Yeah.
It's a place of business.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
really.
like, if you're paying
For
money
real.
for a studio
And
session,
then
I
don't
feel-
be mad about how it comes out because you didn't handle your business.
Yeah,
like,
why waste time? Type of
You
thing.
know what I'm saying?
real.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
everything.
Because I've been doing a deal with people where it's, oh, if you have a song done, first 2 hours, you get a 2-hour session, $120.
You gotta encourage some artists to do that shit though, like
They
that. You
can't
know what I'm
even
saying?
finish a song in 2 hours, and it's like what?
Doing
Listen,
it to themselves.
yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know if some people get nervous or something behind the mic whenever they first go into a certain situation or scenario, but
Yeah.
you know, and it makes me feel
It's
bad
not being
because
prepared.
yeah,
It's not being prepared and not willing to take advice.
yeah,
That's all it is. Those two things, those are gonna set you back. You gotta prepare yourself a little bit. You know, there are those people that can just freestyle. I know a couple people who are really good at freestyling. Shout out Big Stone. I was just with them today. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of punching in. Juice World, that's a huge artist, a big name, you know what I'm saying? Uh, he's well known as a freestyler, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So there is those people, but for me, and for what I know, any producer, anyone in that realm likes to go on in the studio is you show up prepared and you get the work done that you paid for.
Yeah, because it only makes sense.
Time is money.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
And you're the one spending the money and they're the ones spending the time.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
feel me?
You know what I'm saying? You be dropping facts,
it's
bro.
like that. It's like that.
Oh man,
I
what?
spent a lot of time in the game.
Yeah, literally.
And I'm young, but I've spent a lot of time in the game. For real. Because it went from, you know, my first time getting in the studio in high school, that never got to be put out, you know what I'm saying? Recording like that. Boom, performing at school at lunch in front of 10, 15 people. Boom, just doing shit like that to actually recording, you know, being able to push shit out and getting there. So it's been a lot of time, you know, just focusing on music, focusing on shit that I shouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? But I still did, and just learning from all those experiences.
Hey, Moss,
You
can
know?
you move the mic?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put it a little closer.
Yes, sir.
And just learning from all those experiences, whether they were good or bad, learning. You know what I'm saying?
When was the first time you stepped foot into a studio?
First time I stepped foot into the studio.
Okay. I have 2 questions. So like
Yes, sir.
obviously you've hung around people that were already recording and
Yes,
stuff
sir.
like that.
Yes,
So
sir.
when was the first time you stepped into the studio for one with somebody else and you were like, okay, I want to do this shit? And then when was the first time you stepped into a studio and then recorded something?
Okay. Okay. So the homie had a recording studio at his crib. So we'll count that. We'll count that.
Which one?
We're gonna get to that one. We're gonna get to that one.
Okay,
But I'm
okay,
talking
okay.
about like the first
different
ever,
homie?
like, yeah, actually recording.
But the
So-
the homie, what was his name? Was it Ben?
No, it wasn't. It was Jake.
But you have recorded at Ben's before, right?
Hell,
yeah,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
And
Alright,
that's
shout out Ben.
that's where our relationship stems from. And
Yes, it is.
that was a long time. So you know exactly what my story has been, and you've always been there in contact with me, you know what I'm saying,
Yes, sir.
throughout the whole thing. And you know how much I appreciate that, for real.
I appreciate you too. I feel like we've always supported each other throughout this journey.
Yes, sir, because yes, sir. Yes, sir, because you've come a long way from, you know, decisions you've made and things that you've done in the past, you know what I'm saying? So it's all up from here. It's all up from here.
So,
So
like,
first time, sorry, first time entering the studio was with your homie Jake.
Yes, sir. And then boom, that was still in high school. And then boom, when I first graduated, that's when I was like, okay, like I started making a little bit of money or whatever doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, I was like, I know the homies right here because of shout out the homie Benji. Shout out the big homie Benji too, for real, because he's actually one of the reasons I also
And
started
Zeno,
music.
right?
And Zeno,
And Zeno.
shout out the homie Young Zeno on everything. Shorty.
Shorty.
But hell yeah. Shout out the homie Benji. So he had took me over to the spot, Benny's spot, and this is where I had first met Harrison. This
Yeah.
is where our relationship started. Um, yeah, stuff like that. And then after that, I went on my own. That's what it was. I went on my own. I hit him up and I was like, boom. And then that's where I saw you more times
Yeah.
than even back then. This was like 2 years, 1 year down the road.
Yeah.
So boom, we go over there and then I start recording. That was my first 5 to 10 songs that I've ever recorded. And I think I got it, at least one of them out. For sure, Red Night was recorded at Benny's studio, and
Oh,
that's out on all
jeez.
platforms.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah! And then after that, um, uh, after that,
Yeah.
it took a minute. It took a minute to find the next studio. Um, I met my boy Explicit in Hemet. Shout out the big homie Explicit. He's been a huge part of everything that I got going on, everything that I've done, because he really changed a lot of things for me as far as this music. And it's not like anything crazy has happened, but it's just the little things that matter, you know what I'm saying? Because when I needed him, you know what I'm saying? He was always there. He always gave me that time. Hey, you're good here. You pull up here, you make your music. I know you're about your business. You know what I'm saying? I see it, you know what I'm saying? And we've always worked well together. So I've established a good relationship, you know, with my boy over there, Explicit. He's got his own recording studio and everything. Um, you know, so that shit was really good. That was the next and last studio right there. You know, I always come fuck with the homies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are my homies. I'm always do that. Hell yeah, but as far as
Of
like
cou- Hey, there's never gonna be any animosity, no matter what. If anybody chooses to leave, like I've had clients that like moved to San Diego. Like one of my boys moved to San Diego, and
yes,
it's like,
sir.
yeah, he would come like 4 or 5 times a month. But it's also like I'm not expecting anyone to want to make that drive just to
Yeah.
come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? If they
Yeah.
do, I appreciate it and whatever. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna expect that out of nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So if
sir.
you're getting your studio time, like, and you're getting it, bro, whenever, all the time, like, that's a plug.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's just the little movement that we're pushing right now. In it for the money entertainment. You know what I'm saying? In it for the Miles, the RoadRunner, Explicit, Big Stone. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Benji. Shout out the homie Cinco. And shout out the homies right here because they've also played, you know, a big part of my journey. And right here, this is a dope look right here. You know what I'm saying? I was gone for a minute. I was looking forward to this. You know, so I'm finally here.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
In regards to like your music, if you were to play like 3 songs off of like your whole
Which ones would
catalog,
they be?
which ones would you play?
Okay. Okay. I'm going to say for sure. Big Bag Freestyle. I got a video out for that one on YouTube. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not, but the video goes hard.
It's called Big Back.
Big Bag.
Big Bag
Gotcha.
Freestyle, Big Bag Freestyle. Nah, that would be funny though. I should do a Big
Big
Bag
Bag.
song. Big bag in the bag. Ad libbing that shit. Nah, so Big Bag Freestyle. And then number 2 would be House Arrest for sure. House Arrest is a slap. I made that right the day before I got the ankle bracelet put on because I couldn't go to anywhere for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So I had to boom make as much as I could. So the House Arrest song, and then after that, for sure, like Start Being Him. Start Being Him. Start Being Him is a good song. I like that one a lot.
Big Bag, House Arrest, and Start Being Him.
Yes, sir. Big Back
Okay,
Freestyle.
check those out.
Yes, sir. Check those out. Those are out on all platforms for sure.
Who do you think inspired and curated your sound, like from artists you've listened to in the past?
Okay, yes, sir. For sure. So, pretty much my biggest inspiration in this rap shit, as far as you know how I look at the wordplay when I'm trying to attack verses and whatnot, you know, and the flows that I might be using, you know, that SoCal shit. I really look up to Draco the Ruler. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite artists. He's been, you know, one of my favorite artists for a long time. So shit, when you grow up listening to someone for 5+ years, seven, you know what I'm saying? Every day, because I'm a real like music head. Like I'm
Yeah.
on YouTube, like listening to songs all the time. And if I'm not, then I'm listening to beats and I'm writing shit. Like that's what I'm doing on my spare time when I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm smoking too. I'm doing something like that, but I'm passing the time writing bars and shit. So Draco the Ruler, big inspiration. Another SoCal artist, OGZ, big inspiration. These are all people who came out like when I hopped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? 14, you know what I'm saying? Right around that age, like they're just coming out, hitting the scene and rapping on the scene, popping. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much all the Stink Team. The list goes. The Shoreline Mafia, everyone in that. A lot of SoCal artists, but that's where like I can name a bunch of people that I like, but that's where like the raw uh inspiration comes
You know
from.
what's funny is like I feel like because I've gone over some questions to like ask our guests and whatever, and I was discussing it with one of my boys and asking the whole inspiration thing, and he's like, "Oh, some people could get offended by that," but it's like, bro,
Nah, absolutely not.
but it's happened. We've asked someone, and it's
Okay,
like
okay, okay. I believe that
they'll
though, because people ego too
yeah,
big. You,
yeah,
you get
they'll
too big.
sit there and just yeah,
Like, what are you trying to say? No, obvious. This is how music works. Like,
yeah,
boom, you
it's
listen to a
generation.
certain melody that you might like, and obviously you're gonna want to create something similar, especially if you're from around the same area. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And it just aligns like that. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes in this music shit. Everyone's gotta have an inspiration. If they don't, then that's cool too. But I'm sure they do.
But either way, it comes from
It
somewhere.
comes
You
from
know what
something
I'm
because the
saying?
person before that, or whatever, like that came from somewhere. And
Yeah,
if you're the first one, then that's dope.
Pioneer.
Yeah,
pioneer
then you're the pioneer, and that's dope. But that's what every artist should be always doing, like trying to work towards
their own
their
sound.
sound, work towards their own sound. You know what I'm saying? And shit, that's what you should be working towards in the studio. Eventually, to get there, I'd be liking to switch up flows a lot. I do about 3 different flows that I really like. Um, and I've been starting to hone into that area, like, okay, boom, I'm getting comfortable with rapping like this. I'm doing this that, it sounds a little bit out of the box, different, you know what I'm saying? But eventually, everything will fall in order, but it takes work. Shit doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who do you think the best rapper alive is right now?
The best rapper alive, like,
It's all
even if they
opinion.
never, like, even if, like, best current, like,
Alive.
young
They're
rapper
as long
or
as
alive?
they're alive.
Any? All right, let's see. As long as they're alive, we'll go with that, and then we'll do any. So as long as they're alive, Nas,
Nas.
Oh
Okay.
my
Nas,
gosh.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Nas. Because
Okay.
guess what? When I jumped out the porch, I was listening to Nas. I didn't want to hear no Playboy Cardi, nothing like that. And then later on, like, boom, I must have smoked enough weed and done enough bullshit because I started liking that shit. No,
Get him
but
out. Hey,
yeah,
hey.
all that shit. I did enough fucking all sorts of shit
Cody.
to like that shit. Yeah, but yeah, nah, that shit's all dope. But for real though, man, Nas, and then Big L is my other choice. Big L is one of my favorite rappers. He's from New York. He's a super hard rapper. He got taken very early, but if you check his stuff out, he's got a bunch of stuff out. He was doing stuff with Jay-Z before Jay-Z was Jay-Z.
I've heard
You
the
know,
name before.
Big L, yeah, for sure.
East Coast
He's
shit.
super big on like punchlines and like just going, saying some ruthless shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that you would hear like Eminem spitting or some shit like that. You feel me? So those are my top two, dead and
So,
alive.
Dang, that's a good one.
that's a surprising answer, honestly, just coming from like a younger guy, you know?
You feel me? Hell yeah, because it took me a while to switch up, but that's why I feel like shit. Sometimes when I'm rapping, I bring a little bit of that, like, man, I got that new shit mixed with a little bit of shit that's like food for thought. You feel me?
Yeah.
A little bit of food for thought, a little bit of lyrical shit. It might go over your head, but it's gonna hit you one way. You feel me? Whether you get it or not. But it's not all like that.
What's your favorite Nas song?
Shit. Mm, I would say I like Memory Lane. I like New York State of Mind. I
Classic.
like New York State of Mind a lot. I like Life's a Bitch with AZ as the
Yeah.
feature. That's one of my favorites. You feel me? AZ is also a really hard artist. He's on that one. Shit.
You remember that song, I Know I Can? That shit used to slap
I
too.
know I can. Shit. I honestly, I'm real locked in on his fucking. I know like the one mic. You know what I'm saying? I really
Classic.
locked in on the Illmatic album.
Yeah.
And then like a couple feet. You feel me? And then that's what I really know. You feel me? I never dug too deep into his shit, but I fucking know all those like word for word and just took it as that. Fucking, I need to check more of his shit out, but for sure, I
That's
know
dope, though.
I know that whole Illmatic album, and that's all I was listening to. It's because shit, I wasn't. I was young. I wasn't thinking about like, damn, let me fucking go look through all that shit. I didn't even know how to yet, probably. Fucking, but now I can take the time to, for sure. I listen to a lot of the same songs like over and over
Yeah.
and over.
What are your plans coming up for these next couple months? Did you set any
Mm.
New Year's resolutions, or you think that you
Man.
should have already been on that shit?
New Year's resolution. All right, I'll answer both of those for sure. Or should have already been on it. In what way? What do you mean?
Like because I started my New Year's resolutions at the end of December.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. No, I don't have any New Year's resolutions. I'm just happy to start a fresh new year, in a better position than I was uh, for the last few years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy for that. But as far as goals for the year, I'm trying to, shoot at least 3 music videos a month. I'm trying to be in the studio every week, if not 2 times a week, creating 3 to 5 songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be putting out music consistently. I'm trying to be putting out other content, trying to find out how to attack the internet in a different way, try to get some more eyes on what's going on, what we got going on and everything, you know what I'm saying? So really just trying to focus on the music and focus on getting the bag any way that I know how, you know what I'm saying? That's always right there. Shit.
In regards to your music, do you have anything like you have planned to come out in the next few months or so?
Yes, sir. I just recorded 2 new songs. I've got a song coming out with Explicit and Huheem. Huheem is the artist who sings that song, Let's Link, you know? It's like one of them poppin' songs, you know what I'm saying? Um, shit. So that's gonna be coming out. I have one other song with them too, artists also. I've got a bunch of shit with Explicit, but we're gonna be doing a mixtape, all 3 of us, and then I have my own album coming out. I have about 30 songs,
Yeah.
ready to record, 30 plus songs ready to record that I wrote in the past 3 months. So I'm gonna for sure record those, use the best of it, and put together an album or 2, and then just
I was gonna say, so are you gonna split them up probably, or like
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Probably if it
Like
comes out,
15-15?
yeah, something like that, something like that. And then if I gotta knock a couple, I gotta knock a couple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it should come out like that. And then as far as that, I'm trying to do more performances, like whether it's local or whether I gotta drive 3 hours like I did today, you know what I'm saying, to go, have an experience, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get out there with the people more, you know what I'm saying? Get hands on with it too, because the internet is dope, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta get out there, you know what I'm saying, in the field with it, no matter what you're doing.
Get your hands dirty.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. So
Ha-
that's really the goal, just really take this music shit and try to attack from all angles, because this is what I got. This is what I got.
So you got some resolutions, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure. You already know.
How many it's good to have a plan always, first and foremost, but how
Mhm.
many times have you been on stage before? How many times have you like
Okay.
actually done performances?
I've done about 3 to 5 performances. I've done one for a car show. You know what I'm saying? I've done a performance at a hookah bar, hookah lounge. You know what I'm saying? I've done a performance at a pool party. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've done it. I did 2 performances at that hookah lounge. So right about there. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 performances. Uh, but all of them were good. Good starters, good practice, good. Be able to recognize like my stage presence and shit like that. So that was dope. So I'm definitely just trying to do some bigger stuff, expand, do some bigger stuff, find out where my fans are at because I know right here in the IE I get love for show, and all across the US thanks to like shit, sharing my shit on Snapchat and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Instagram and shit like that.
Yeah, every time I see you posting your Snapchat numbers, you be getting pop-in views.
For sure.
How do you do that?
Shit. Okay. So pretty much, man, I've always used Snapchat shit for getting like getting my eyes on getting people's eyes on what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I just keep adding up, all the people on there, adding up all the people until boom, people start sharing my shit until people start adding me because then all of a sudden they see me in their quick ad and then I have 20 mutual friends with them. So they're like, why not? I press this button. So
Dang.
then next thing you know, you got people adding you and then boom, you're getting thousands of views on your Snapchat. And I like to do a lot of entertaining shit. You know what I'm saying? If people have my Snapchat and they're looking at me, they know I'm posting a lot of like funny shit. It says that on my Snapchat that I'm a comedian/rapper. That's how I set it up. You know what I'm saying? Just as an excuse for all the dumb shit that I do. Yeah. But for real, that's how I look at that. And I like Instagram too. But really, that's where I'm getting most of the exposure. Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? I like TikTok too, but that's where I engage with my fans. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
Snapchat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that shit
I feel like you've been building that up for a long time too.
for
Like even
sure,
when we've went out a couple times, it's like you've
for
gotten
sure,
everybody's Snapchat. Like it's like
for sure. I'm telling you, I got people like all over the country. Like boom, I'll get 1,000 views. Like you know what I'm saying before that shit would stack up. That shit would stack up quick. But it's people, in Florida that be tapping in with me and boom. When you know what I'm saying? That's how I know, man, all this hard work that I'm putting into, all this passion that I have, you know what I'm saying? It for sure is gonna pay off in the end. And I already see the seed that I'm planting starting to grow. So I know I'm on the right path, you know? Uh, that's how I feel. And I'm gonna keep just going towards it, towards all these goals with that same drive. Hell yeah. Yes,
what's your
sir.
favorite food, Miles?
Shit. Okay. I like spicy chicken sandwiches. Spicy chicken sandwich. I like barbecue ribs. I like orange chicken. And then besides that, I be doing a lot of cooking shit too. I always post a good plate on Snapchat or Insta. You know what I'm saying?
I be seeing that. You be cooking like crab legs and
Yeah,
shit. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I like to cook the crab legs because shit. I like to look at myself as a chef too. I be watching too many of them YouTube shorts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Watching people. Now I feel like I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I be cooking up the crab legs, the steaks, the homemade mashed potatoes. I like to do that. The surf and turf a lot. You know, that shit's
It come
dope.
out tasty or what? You
Hell
nice at
yeah.
it?
Man, y'all gonna have to come over. I'll cook for y'all. I
I'm gonna have to
swear.
do that
Oh,
one time.
hey, that's some
I haven't had
shit.
crab legs in
Hell,
years, bro.
let's do it.
Really?
Let's do it this week.
Oh yeah. Oh
This
yeah.
week.
I'll pull up.
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
with that.
We can do it tonight. I swear. We can do it tonight. I'm not even playing. Not even
You
playing.
are a
Dang.
G, bro. What
Hell
the
yeah.
heck? Oh my
You know
gosh.
it's love. We'll do that
Um,
shit tonight, babe. Hell yeah.
What are your albums gonna be called, or are you gonna name those? Do you think it's hard
I have
finding names for songs and or albums?
no, because it won't take me more than like if I really want to think about it, it might take me like 30 minutes, but no, because like you can get like the vibe out of everything that you're saying in your songs. Boom. Try to collect that and be like, okay, for the most part, this is the energy that I'm feeling from this album, you know what I'm saying, this song, and then try to put it together. Like one of the ones that I've got coming out, it's gonna be called Universal fucking I was gonna show the picture, but no one would be able to see, huh? I
If
was
you
gonna
point it
show
right here,
okay.
maybe, but they probably won't be able to see.
Bet,
They'll
bet,
have to
bet. I'm gonna
zoom
show
in.
you. I'm gonna show you the
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, this is like a picture of me in like fourth grade. You feel me? But it's gonna be called Universal, and then the album cover is gonna look something like that. This is just like a copy.
That's
You feel
crazy.
me? But Universal, that's how I'm feeling. Cause I'm trying to. I feel like it's about putting out energy that people fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And connecting yourself to the right energy, connecting yourself with the universe. As crazy as that shit sounds, when you're dropping music for the whole world to listen to, you want to have that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm feeling. That's gonna be for sure one of the albums. I need to put some more thought into the other ones that are coming out, but I got that one planned out for sure.
If you could collab with any local artist besides the ones you already have,
Okay,
who would you try to make a song with?
okay. Shit. Well, as in IE or IELA and San Diego or just IE?
We could say all of SoCal, bro.
All the SoCal? All right. Shit. I would for sure. Man, I would go for that OGZ feature probably.
OGZ?
Yeah, I gotta keep it stay to the roots, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Cause that's the boy Draco's gone. I can't get the Draco feature.
Okay.
So I gotta go back to the OG feature.
What about somebody not as big?
Okay, someone not as big. Let's see. It would be okay, so it's something more like that we could see happening here in the recent
Mhm.
future. All right, let me think.
Because I'm sure you made plenty of songs with your boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, because that's really like what I be like. I'm like, all right, I like making songs with like the homies that I'm working with and that I'm moving towards. So as far as like anything like that, I can't think of anyone right now. Explicit. Yeah. Gang came in here. But yeah, that's my ringtone for anyone wondering. That's it. That's explicit. That's what the intro right there. But fucking yeah, really that sums it up. I don't really be focused on no one else that's not introduced to me by the homies or something like that. That would be on that lighter level.
I feel that.
I need to think about it more though, for sure. Because if I'm gonna be paying for a feature, I'm gonna make sure that it puts,
No doubt.
that it does something,
Get your name out there.
for sure.
Oh yeah, that's the thing too. Is like certain people would. I always thought that was weird. Like I go based off of like, if we have a mutual vibe or whatever. If I see you
Yeah.
work and you know what I'm saying, it's like different. But it's also like people will hit me up and then say, "Oh, you want to get on this song? Here's a song. Send me the song or whatever." And then it's like, then they'll send me their feature price, and it's like, bro, you wanted me on the
Yeah, that's
song.
Yeah,
me.
see, that's a no. That's a no guy. That's called moving weird. I don't know. But a lot of people do be like that. A lot of people do that. I've experienced that myself. And that's really where it's like, you know what? I believe so much in what I got going on and what, the people around me are doing that I really think that that's all we need. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? That's how I be feeling. That's what I be saying and shit. But obviously it's always good to get some light shed on you from a bigger artist or
yeah,
someone
No doubt.
someone with more back to the eyes, you know what I'm saying, more eyes to look at you and shit. So that's for sure. I'm gonna add that to the list of things to do, you
There
know
you
what I'm
go.
saying, finding a good feature
Hell yeah.
that I can make happen. I'm gonna add that to the goals. That
W-
goes perfect with it,
yeah. It does, huh?
for real.
Do you be writing down your goals?
Nah, but I think about it so much that shit's stuck in my head. I can't even sleep at night sometimes. I
Oh
swear.
man.
I swear.
Oh, bro, that's comedy. What do you think the biggest piece of advice you have ever gotten from an artist thus far, like, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, an artist you've worked with
Mm-hmm.
that has elevated your career?
Mm-hmm. It would just be you know, definitely to not care about what anyone thinks, you know what I'm saying? You can't give a fuck about what people think. You just can't. Not in this game.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can't you can't can't turn your head or give a blind eye to criticism in this game either. You know what I'm saying? You have to absorb in all aspects of what you do. You gotta soak shit up like a sponge. If you don't want to, then you don't want to learn. If you don't want to learn, then you don't want to get anywhere. And you definitely don't know it already. So it's important to learn. So I'm still learning. I'm still a beginner. You know what I'm saying? But I've definitely done, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things to put myself in the position where I'm at right now and to actually say, hey, I have a start. I got a real chance in this rap game, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this bitch too now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I feel
I'm
like
in the game.
that's why I've loved recording with you in the past as well, is because you don't even you'll do a take and then you'll ask me like, oh, blah blah blah.
You
Was there
feel me?
anything I could improve on there?
Because
And da da da.
because
Da.
you're right there listening to it with me. So it's like,
Yeah.
of course you're gonna know, just, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Dude.
making music for like you've told me. We're making music for other people to listen to. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's important to take
Yeah.
those
Even
opinions. You know
just
what
like,
I'm saying?
yeah, because you're people are they hear something like anything with the slightest amount of criticism and then they get
Negative.
yeah,
Take
exactly.
it
I'm doing
personal.
something wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
my shit sucks. No, it doesn't, but your attitude is starting to.
Dude, have you ever been in the studio with an engineer who's just sat there and because I think you've given me one of the biggest compliments I've ever got before was you told me that I'm more of a like a teacher as
Yes, sir.
well. Like,
Involved. You're
yeah.
not just here to get the bag.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, thanks for that studio time you just spent. And I don't give a fuck about your song. You're actually here. That's why this is a great studio to come to. Really, this is the only other studio that I've ever been involved with is you in this in the city. You know what I'm saying? And an explicit. You know what I'm saying? So it's because I go off of the vibe. I'm not going somewhere where boom. You know what I'm saying? Shit doesn't go right because I've had that happen too, and it's like wow, you know. So this is a great place to come to. This is a great place to come to. Your shit. You're not just working alone. You're actually trying to make something good.
I remember we rekindled that Bailey's, and then I let you know. I was
Yes,
like, I
sir.
actually got a studio here in Old Town. And you're
Yes,
like,
sir.
no
That
fucking
shit
way.
was fire. That shit's still fire. That shit's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Because I saw you, because you had a really dope setup at your house too
Yeah,
before.
you came to the
I
crib
came to the
too.
crib, bro,
Yeah.
and that was not Benny's.
No, yeah,
No.
that was my shit in
Yeah.
Harveston.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I seen your growth. I've always, been right there to watch that shit happen too, bro. So respect to that, bro.
I
For real.
appreciate you a lot.
For real.
I've always given you flowers. I always told you I appreciate you for always supporting me. It's like
Yes, sir.
so many artists like look at other people as competition, and it's like really, it's like if we all came together, it'd be
Stronger together.
yeah
You're
stronger.
stronger together.
It'd be a different type of movement.
Stronger. It would be. It would be. But too many people are stingy, even though they don't even have something physically to grab. They're still stingy with whatever the fuck they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So, you know,
What do you think was a key moment in your music path that made you be like, I can really do this?
all right. Man. So like pretty much like like leading up to my most recent time where I had to be arrested, do some time, you know what I'm saying? I was starting to really hone in on the music, even though I wasn't on all platforms yet. This was before last year. I wasn't on all platforms yet. I was stuck, in the game. I can talk about this now because it's open and closed. You know what I'm saying? I was stuck in the game. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. But that's when I realized, you know what? I'm busy putting my energy, my focus on this over here when maybe I could put it over here. But what I had going on over here spiraled out and crashed on me anyways. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of forced,
Yeah.
by the universe in a way. And it's what I wanted anyway. You know what I'm saying? Not all the negative shit, not to lose all my shit, not to get locked up, not to be on house arrest, none of that bullshit. I
It
didn't
was
want
like an
that.
eye opener.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, boom, from that moment on, I was like, nah, my shit is, I do think my shit is good. You know what I'm saying? I think that I can do this. I think that the person that I am and always have been, it just is who I am, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I realized like, nah, this is what I have to do. This is my calling. This is my only option. Like obviously I'm gonna have to still, you know, make shit work when it's not working, get it back, you know what I'm saying? Until shit fully comes full circle. But besides that, I'm telling you, that's when I realized I was like, I just gotta focus on this. And if I put all my energy into it, I really think I can make it happen. You know what I'm
I think so
saying?
too.
Thank you, bro.
No doubt.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I
I
appreciate that
feel
for
like
both of y'all.
we talked about this on the last pod, but he said like it's realistically all about believing in yourself. Like if I feel like
Yes, sir.
if you don't believe in yourself, you already failed.
Yes, sir.
Because
Off
what's the
the
point
bat.
what's the point of trying?
Off the bat.
Yeah.
Like you have to believe in yourself. And that's where that don't listen to what other people say, because people will try to come. They will try to break your spirit, tell you, oh, you're doing this shit for nothing. No, I'm doing this shit, first of all, because I have a passion for it and I would be writing music anyways. I might as well go record it, because that's what I do. I like to write music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this shit for, I hope at a better chance at life. You know what I'm saying? I hope at a better chance for my family. You know what I'm saying? That's really why. So I'm standing on business as far as the music goes. Like this isn't no game to me, and I take this shit as serious as I would take losing my life.
So that was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah,
Because
that's crazy.
why
Thank you.
wouldn't
Thank you.
why wouldn't you give it a chance? It's obviously it's going to be the same kind of topic with a lot of these artists, but why wouldn't you want to create a better life for yourself? If you're doing
Facts.
whatever you're doing is cool. You know, you got the job, you want to go do whatever and blah 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 and stick to that for the rest of your 20 years, or you want to join the service and do whatever.
Facts.
Why are you judging me for wanting to take a chance at a better life?
For real.
You put that into words like amazingly.
Thank you, bro.
Why wouldn't you? What would you say to someone who's trying to attack you or persuade you out of your dreams?
I love that one. Man, first of all, they better be in a position that I want to be in if they're even telling me anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason that I would even let it affect me. But if, let's say they are and they are trying to persuade me out of that, then I'm gonna hit them with this. First of all, you don't know how I feel inside. You don't know how much I really care about, you know, what I do. You don't know the things that I've been through that put me in the position to make me feel like, you know what, man, I want to be heard. I want my story, my story to be shared. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can say some enlightening things that might change someone's day. You know what I'm saying? They listen to my song, damn, I might have just put them in a better mood because that's how I feel when I'm listening to other people's music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love music. You know, it could be therapeutic. It's like medicine. You know what I'm saying? You could cure people with music. But you know, that's what I would say. I would tell him. I would tell him not to worry about me. Really, I would tell him, you know, because at the end of the day, we have our life, and you can live yours the way that you want to live it, and how that will make you feel successful. Because two people can be just as successful, and one can look down on the other one. You know what I'm saying? Over nothing, just because the culture change, a change. They have two different religions. You know, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's success is defined the same way through everyone, through the way everyone thinks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
everybody's time schedule is different. Like some people don't make it until they're 45, bro.
Facts.
Some people make it off the rip.
Facts. Rest in peace, the dead homie Smokey. On God, that was my best friend. He made it to 23. I have songs with him. He was gonna push the same movement full fledged. You know what I'm saying? He was always a real one. You know what I'm saying? You know, always did exactly what he needed to. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, the homie Smokey, on everything. So there, that's exactly right. And you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that
You
just
mentioned the
don't follow
universe.
through. Yes, sir.
Yes, there is a lot of people who don't follow through. You mentioned the universe a lot. Are you religious? Do you believe in God? Or are you more spiritual?
Okay. So really, it's not that I don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? The way that I'm mentioning that, it might feel that way, but I feel like the way that religion was casted upon society was for the wrong reasons. It's not a popular opinion, but it's how I really feel. I feel like it was put, and I'm talking years back when, and you know, still in the common day churches, you still see some of it, but the way that it was established was to control the society and strike fear into their hearts and tell them, if you don't listen to us for these reasons, then you will be punished. You know what
back
I'm
in those
saying?
days, the church had so much control. Like
So
if you
much
didn't follow
control,
their
so much
laws,
power, and they were abusing it in all sorts of ways. So I'm not a huge fan of, you know, the religion that is taught to society, or you know what is regular, but I do believe in God. I believe that there is, you know, the higher power. I believe there is spirits. You know what I'm saying? I believe in, you know, the energy that you put out into the universe is what you get back. I believe that it's all put together. You know what I'm saying? Whether the higher power is whatever whatever, you know what I'm saying? That is the same God. In my eyes, that's the same God that we're all looking at, the one
Yeah, the one.
the one
Yeah.
in control.
Yeah. So we're coming up to the end here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the last 5 minutes to shout out whatever you want.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, shout out your social, shout out what you got coming up, shout out whatever you want to shout out.
Okay, okay. Bet that. It's Miles the RoadRunner on Instagram. Runner with RUNNA. Okay. Miles MILES. Then you got the YouTube channel, Miles the RoadRunner. Uh across all platforms. Snapchat, Miles the RoadRunner, at the RoadRunner, Snapchat. Shout out In It for the Money Entertainment. Shout out fucking everyone who's helped me along my journey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the homies. You know what I'm saying? All the people in my corner that I can count on and supporting me. Shout out my family. You know what I'm saying? You know, all that good shit, all that good shit. It's Run It Up. Long live Smokey, free Tehran on everything. And
Easy
it's
money.
like that. Hell yeah.
And if you had to leave them with one piece of advice, what would you say?
Man, just stick to your heart. Stick to your heart. You know what I'm saying? Make the right decisions, stick to your heart and do what you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's not someone else's favorite thing to do, if it's yours and you can see yourself, making a living out of it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. If you already are and you want to have a hobby, do it. You know what I'm saying? You could do more than one thing. So just make sure you always stay true to yourself and just, you know, do what you want to do.
Awesome. Everybody, Miles the Roadrunner, Bishop. Have a good one.